Hbar holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. I'm sure you guys can tell I sound really excited, and first and foremost, just want to apologize for unable to give you guys an update last night. Usually, the updates are already live by now, but yeah, something came up, decided to kind of postpone the update, but I cannot leave you guys hanging. A lot has been happening for the crypto market, so we're gonna sit here and talk about what's happening with Hbar right now. I'm gonna sit here and talk about a lot of other coins, so do expect a lot of updates. If you're looking at Hbar though, Hbar of course has gone up with the broader market. Again, I want you guys to take a look at over the last 1 week. You're starting to see double-digit gainers for multiple different coins across the board. So like I said, I'm sure no one's really complaining here. Hbar right now though, seeing a little bit of a minor pullback, nothing crazy, a little bit of a minor pullback of about 0.5% in USD and about 1.2% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap is going up, obviously, currently sitting at 7.6 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume picking up at about $266.2 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer for you guys. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I want to show you guys, first and foremost, the dominance index. So, the dominance index did see a little bit of a pullback, but of course, we have seen a new yearly high, not just a new yearly high, we're retesting some of the levels we haven't seen literally since 2021, so 4 years ago. So that's not a small time, that is a long time ago. And that's the first time we have retested 64.66%. So in a grand scheme of things, guys, dominance is still showing a lot of strength regardless of a little bit of a pullback or not. It's still seeing a lot of steam. What it shows is BTC has more of the momentum. So are we about to see Bitcoin shooting up to a new all-time high, and then we start seeing dominance falling down into obviously summer quarter and maybe in quarter 3, and of course then we see the altcoin rally. Yes, altcoins are still performing good. Of course, when Bitcoin sees massive moves like this, altcoins are definitely going to obviously react to that move, and that's what we're seeing. But as I've stated to you guys before in my other updates, imagine if the dominance was sitting at the likes of 63% or 60%. I think we would have had a completely different outlook on the altcoin market. But so far so good. If you're looking at BTC, I can't complain. Bitcoin is sitting in the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. It has been able to reclaim back above 90K. We've been hearing a lot of good things. Obviously, Paul Atkins coming in, and also, some positive stuff coming up on, these tariffs coming from Donald Trump, which of course has gotten a lot of people excited. Bitcoin is looking amazing right now. And obviously, if we're able to close the daily candle here once again, I think more upside could be in play. A lot of excitement all of a sudden within the crypto markets. A lot of people are, mega bullish. We're going to take it, one step at a time. As far as the price of Hbar is concerned, you guys can see this for yourself. We're still in the, 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level, which of course is, this blue zone. So we're still hanging in there. Obviously, a lot of people are going to come and comment, oh, why is the price not exploding? Why are we not seeing, altcoins, pushing? And why is the price of, Hbar not at the 27 cents? You need to settle down, because the fact that, you're looking at dominance this high is something we just cannot ignore. Simple as that. There's no rocket science to it. I tell you guys about the dominance every single day, and pretty much since the beginning of April, guys, I want you guys to take a look at this, because a lot of people will not show you this, but since the beginning of April, from 62.26%, we're sitting at almost 65% dominance, and obviously hitting a high that we haven't seen since 2021. So those are some factors we cannot ignore. But still, you can see we did reclaim back above 18 cents. We know the significance of that 18 cents mark for Hbar. We actually went above that, but of course we got stopped out, because of course significant amount of resistance is at that range. That significant amount of resistance needs to be turned into support in order for us to retest the 61.8 fib zone. And if that's able to get done, then we could start actually pushing up to that 27 cents resistance, which of course is very, very important. If that is able to break out, then I think we are pretty much going back towards yearly highs and even all-time highs. Obviously right now, one step at a time, because that is not a small move by any means. If you want to put this into perspective, that itself, in order for us to get to the 23.6, is 145% move from where we currently are. But if you are in this space for quite some time, when market heats up, things can move move up very, very fast. But let's take a look at HBAR on the hourly time frame. If you're looking at HBAR on the hourly time frame, you can see this upward trajectory in formation. Now, obviously, we did go up to the 18.9 cents with the broader market. Obviously, a lot of resistance at that range, as I've stated to you guys before. Really need to turn that into support to get into this 61.8 zone, which of course is something we haven't retested pretty much since March 9th, and obviously we broke below that. So far so good. Like what I'm seeing. You cannot ignore where dominance is at right now. We'll keep you guys covered. We'll see you later. It's Crypto ZX, and peace out.